So our next module is module 3, shear force and bending moment. So in this module we are going to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram for the given beams. So first of all, let us see what is beam or definition of beam. So beam is nothing but it is a linear member which supports at one or more than one point and subjected to only transverse load or load which is perpendicular to the axis of the shaft. So then only we call such type of members as a beam. So let us consider the example of a structure. So this structure consists of a combination of beams and columns. So we have to identify so which is beam and which is column. So in this structure, so these are the horizontal members and we call it as beams because these members carries only transverse load or load perpendicular to the axis of the beam. Next, so these are called columns because these are the vertical members and carries only axial loads. So therefore there is a difference between beams and columns. So next, so let us see what are the different types of beams. So beams are classified into different types, so based on the supports and the end conditions. So the first one is a cantilever beam. So figure represent the shape and the fixing condition of the beam. So we call this as a cantilever beam because it is fixed at one end and free at the other end. Next one is simply supported beam. So in case of a simply supported beam, we can see it is supported at both the ends and the beam is rests freely on these supports. Next one, so single overhanging beam. So here we can see the beam is continuing after the support. The support is provided, two supports are provided and the beam is still continuing after the support. So if the end portion of the beam is extended beyond the support, we can see in the figure it is extending beyond the support. So we call such type of beams as overhanging beam. Next one, continuous beam. So in case of continuous beam, the beam is supported with more than two supports. So if any beams it is supported more than two supports, we call it as continuous beam. Next, fixed beam. So here the beams rests freely or the both the ends of the beams are fixed, therefore we call it as a fixed beam. Next, so types of load. So the first one is point load or concentrated load. So why it is called point or concentrated load? Because the load is acting over small area of the beam and is concentrating only at a particular point, and it is generally denoted by capital letter P or capital letter F or W, and it is represented by a arrow either downward direction or upward direction depending on the condition of the load. Next one, distributed load. So why it is called distributed load? Because it is distributed across the length of the beam, therefore it is called distributed load. So these distributed loads are classified into two types. One is a uniformly distributed load, another one is uniformly varying load. So let us consider the first one, uniformly distributed load. In case of uniformly distributed load, the load is spread over a beam in such a manner that the rate of loading is uniformly acting along the length. Next one, This is second type of a distributed load, that is uniformly varying load. The rate of loading W varies from point to point. Therefore, it is called uniformly varying load. So next one, a couple. So couple is nothing but a twisting moment. So which twists the portion of the beam wherever it acts. Next, so types of support. Generally, there are three types of supports we consider for the beam. So first one is a roller support. So here in case of a roller support, the beam can move only along the length or axis of the beam. Next, so in case of a simple support or simple support, it is similar to roller support where the beam can move only along the length or axis. Next, fixed support. So here beam cannot move or rotate in any direction. It is permanently fixed. So next, let us see what is the shear force and bending moment. So shear force is nothing but it is the algebraic sum of the vertical forces acting to the right or left of any section considered is known as a shear force. Next one, bending moment. So bending moment is nothing but the algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces acting to the right or left of any section. So next one, shear force diagram. So shear force diagram is nothing but it is a diagram which represent the variation of a shear force across the length of the beam. Next one is bending moment diagram. So it is a graphical representation of variation of bending moment across the length of the beam. Next is sign conventions which we use for shear forces. First one, so if the left side portion of the beam moves upward direction and the right side will move downward, then the shear force is positive. Again I repeat, if left side portion of the beam moves up and right side portion of the beam move downward, then the shear force is positive. Next, if left side portion of the beams move downward direction and right side portion of the beam move upward direction, then the shear force is negative, like this. Next, sign convention for bending moments. So for sign convention, we consider the different bending conditions of the beam. In the figure we can see, if the beam bends in such a manner that concavity the concavity is at the bottom, then the bending moment is positive, and we call this one as a sagging bending moment. Next one, let us consider the next condition of the beam. So in this condition we can see the convexity is at the top layer of the beam. Then we consider it as a negative bending moment, and we call this moment as a hogging bending moment.